This is a good commute podcast.
Yeah.
Sure.
A disclaimer, there will be mention of puke many times.
I'm going to put that at the front of the podcast.
Yeah.
Three, 2, 1. Welcome to Credit Zero.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Credit Zero, the podcast from Afterschool Arcade. We have Daryl here.
That's me.
We have Pauly Paul.
Hi.
We have Drew.
Heyo.
And we have myself, Lukey Boy. Now, we're going to talk about a lot of things, but first, let's check
Lord.
up with the traffic.
Thanks. It's pretty bad.
The 401 is jammed.
We live in Canada.
Snow and shit.
Oh, the Detroit Turnpike also backed up.
Oh, as far as we know, the weather is bad.
Yeah, it's snowing. Oh yeah, Merry Christmas, everybody. This is
Yeah,
the December episode.
December time.
Happy Hanukkah too.
And
Yeah.
the year stuff too, yeah.
Diwali. Whatever the word is before Diwali.
Happy winter solstice,
happy?
everybody.
Happy Diwali? I
Happy
don't.
Diwali.
Do people who celebrate Diwali, is it like a happy holiday? Or is it like a, man, we gotta do this?
I think it's happy. I think it's always happy around Christmas time.
Alright, because I know that, like, Ramadan, that's a point of fasting, and my one friend Hamza, he was going like, man, fucking Ramadan is right around the corner. And I was like, isn't it a good thing? He was like, nah, I hate it.
Because nobody wants to starve themselves all day and then just have to drink water after the sun goes down, you know?
Well, luckily, I do neither. Are we ready for my story?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a great segment. Yeah. All right. So, for those, were you about to high five me too, Luke?
No.
Whatever. Cool. Drew, you want?
Yeah, I
some?
feel left out.
Yeah. All right. There we go. All right. So, I was late by like an hour to practice today. What's fucking new? But I had like a good reason. So, I don't know what the fuck happened to me last night, but I was like getting ready to go to bed, and I was like, man, I'm really tired. I'm kind of dizzy too. This is probably just me, like, saying what I should be saying to a doctor, the stream. But so I was just, like, tired and dizzy and stuff like that, and I laid in bed for maybe, like, 2 minutes, right? Before I slapped Luke's ass. I just
Wait,
laid
is that part of the story?
No, it is not. This is just me regaling
You
people.
made Luke lay there for 2 minutes before you slapped his ass. That's very selfish of you.
I let him acclimatize to the bed. Anyway.
Actually, that's fair.
Yeah, thank you. Consent is important. Anyway, so, I laid in bed for maybe 2 minutes before going, I don't feel very good. And then just, like, I laid over the side of the bed, because I normally sleep on my stomach and just go into, like, the pillow and stuff like that. And so I just poked my head over the side, facing the room, and just sort of went, bleh. And I just, like, I puked a little bit, and I just went, wow, I haven't puked since I was in, middle school. This is like my first time puking in, how old am I? Like, over a decade, at the very, very least.
Damn.
Really?
Yeah.
I puked like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, cool, how was it?
I wasn't fun. As far as pukes go, it wasn't super uncomfortable. I've gotten used to them now.
That's fair.
Is that because you get lit all the time, or because you're
No.
an unhealthy person?
No, I just have. I used to be like pretty anxious physically, but now I take medication for that.
So, like, nervous pukes.
Yeah, your story.
No worries. We go off on tangents all the time. So fucking. Anyway, speaking of, so yeah, I just went bleh, and I just thought, that's not normal.
But was it a lot of puke or was it a little bit of puke?
It sounds like a little.
It was a little bit of puke, and I figured, like, I should probably do something about this. I should clean it up or something. I was very, very tired and very out of it. This was around 2 a.m., but I'd also, like, fucking, like, I think I drank something with caffeine in it that day, and, you know, caffeine has the opposite reaction to me, so I got really sleepy. So I think that was, like, the only thing I had that day, too. Woo! So I was just
I wonder
like...
why.
So I was just going, that's not normal. I should do something about it. I should clean it up, or I should at least stand up or something. So what my sleep-addled brain decided to do was sit in my computer chair, and I sat in my computer chair, and then just, like, faced my room and just went, just puked a lot more.
Oh, God.
A lot more.
Set the scene. Is this like a wood floor? Is this a carpet?
This is carpet.
Oh, you gotta get it shampooed now.
And So yeah, I was not feeling good, and I was still like very, very sleepy. So I was like, man, I don't know what.
Sounds like you don't remember what happened next.
Okay, so I'm trying to compare it to like when people are drunk and puke, but I also don't know I don't know what people are like when they're drunk and they're puke because I don't drink.
You just see it from the other side.
Yeah. So like someone who's been drunk and puked before, help me. Somebody.
I haven't done them together.
I have, but I don't know what you felt like. I wasn't there.
Yeah, I realize, but I want to hear your experience and go like, oh, okay, this was similar.
Okay. So like,
Yeah.
what happens with me is,
Scene, interior, Drew's room.
oh, it doesn't happen in my room. Fuck that.
Drew leaves.
Okay, hold on. Let's
Scene 2.
That was an establishing shot.
Excellent.
the camera stays in my room, but I leave.
The establishing shot, just to have someone leave the room.
Let's talk about
Directed by Eli Roth. Yeah.
2 years ago at a New Year's Eve party. Okay.
2017 New Year's party.
Yeah. There's a game called Crud, and essentially it's like pool, except there's the white ball and the black ball, and you take turns throwing the white ball at the black ball.
Okay.
Trying to like sink the black ball. Either way, we
Sink
were
it with
playing
what?
With the white ball. Like you smack it into it.
Oh, okay. Not like have them be in sync.
Right. Yeah.
Okay,
Like
okay.
sink it into one of the holes.
Got it.
Like pool. And we were basically playing to like every time the other person scores, you have to take a drink, and if you lose, you take a shot. And we were playing to 10. I lost 10-0.
Ooh.
So I was just going like drink, shot. So I got fucked and like really quickly.
Yeah.
Anyway, jump ahead. I immediately realized I was going to throw up because there's a certain like dizziness you get to where you're going to fall over. So I went upstairs to the bathroom.
Ooh, so there's like a warning indicator of like,
Oh,
I'm gonna
yeah.
throw- I thought it was just like, oh man, I feel like I'm gonna puke.
Well, you definitely get that like in the throat, and you have to
Yeah.
hurry to the bathroom. But there's like enough time to get to the bathroom.
Yeah, it's like a dizziness / queasiness. It's sort of
Okay.
a mixture of the two.
A combo meal.
The moment you think you might puke, you're going to puke.
Okay.
So get your ass to the bathroom.
This is very.
That's my experience anyway.
Yeah, that's very interesting because like I can't relate it to drinking, but like there have been moments where I think like, oh, I'm about to puke, and then I just like go, I can't. I will do everything in my power to not puke, and the only reason that this puke came across is because it came the fuck out of nowhere, and I just sort of went, bleh.
It's a little late now, but if anybody's eating, set it down or like come back to the podcast later.
Like I said, I'll minimize the puke in this story. I promised that even before we got to the podcast. But yeah, so first of all, that's fascinating. I'm pointing at Drew right now in relation to his story. I realize we're on an audio show. I shouldn't make that sound effect. Anyway, so yeah, I'm like, so yeah, I'm staring at the carpet. I'm like really freaking tired, so I'm just staring at like the fruits of my labor. And I'm just like, man, it like hadn't sunk in fully yet that I even had what?
It's on carpet. Don't say that word.
I hadn't clued into the fact
Thank you.
that like what I had done, like I had upchucked, and so I was just like, this is a situation, and I'm maybe like 35% sure this is abnormal, and I wanted to like do something about it, but I still hadn't really clued in that it was fucking puke yet. And I was just like staring at it for a long time, and I just sort of like at one point just like the fucking Price is Right, like ding 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 da 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 da. Oh, this is puke. And so at that point I was just like, what do I do? And then I promptly threw up some more, and I was like, okay, confirmed. This is puking.
Definitely puke.
And the second time was on my pants, and I want to let you guys know just how much of a mess I am and just how committed I am. So, mess number one. I went back into bed. I stared at the ceiling. In case I look like shit, as Daryl pointed out before the podcast, I did not sleep last night either.
Okay.
After being in that, like, heavy of a fucking sleep mode. After fucking puking, just because my body felt too fucking to even, like, go to sleep. Or anything like that.
So you just starfished for like 6 hours.
Oh yeah, I tentacled. I sea urchined my way to Afterschool Arcade today. Yeah, I fed through my bottom. That's a fun fact about sea urchin.
Eat through their ass.
You ever seen Requiem for a Dream? Ass to ass. That's like making out at sea urchin. Anyway, yeah. So, I stayed up all night. I was conscious enough to realize that was like puke, and that was bad. Not conscious enough to actually do something about it in the moment. So when it was weird. I stayed awake, but I essentially lost consciousness or lost track of time, but my eyes were open and I was like clearly awake the whole time. When I sort of came to and realized I should probably leave soon, it was like 1 p.m. I guess I should mention the whole puking incident. I said that like it was around 2 a.m.
Yeah, 2 a.m.,
yeah. So yeah, I came to and I was just like, my room smells terrible. Why is this?
All right.
And what was that jingle you said you had about bile, Daryl? If it's vile, it must be bile. There we go. So yeah, I was
sure was vile.
Yep. I used an entire roll of paper towel tubes to try to clean it up from the carpet. It felt like my efforts were in fucking vain.
Did you use any like chemical cleaners at all? Or
Yeah,
just
I used
paper towel?
I used fucking green cleaner, the spritz stuff. Yeah, I fucking used that.
Okay.
And I like studied it for a bit, and I was just like, I'm getting nowhere with this. So I threw the rest of the paper towels on top of the pile of bile vial, and I got the microphone stuff and came over here, which is why I still had like puke on my pants when I came here.
So you put the towels on the pile of bile vial and said, "I'll come back to this in a while."
With style. Yep.
So wait, it's still on your floor?
Yes, it's still on my we had a podcast to record.
I mean, I'm glad you have like some semblance of priorities in order, but Jesus.
And yeah,
Your parents are gonna come home and be like, "Why does this room smell so bad?"
you assume that my parents even go into my room. They don't. It's on
It's gonna leak out of your room.
It's not gonna leak out of my room. It's not like it's not like settled on top of the carpet. The carpet is just wet.
All right, so you got most of it up.
Yeah, most of it
It's
up.
not
Yeah.
still like radiating smell into the air.
Yeah, we're not talking about like the elephant's foot in Chernobyl. I was able to clean some of it up.
And your parents come home. Why do I feel funny? What's going on?
Why am I dead?
We need to kill all the dogs here.
And
Let's make an HBO show about this.
So yeah, I put like a contaminated sign on my room. I didn't need to. The nice thing about having parents where like at most you have like one functioning leg between the two of them is that my mom ever goes upstairs to go sleep in her room, and dad currently like is still healing with his legs, so he doesn't even go upstairs, which is where my room is. And even then, they're those kinds of morals where it's like, oh, we value privacy. We'll never go into your room unless we ask first. And like my dad, while I was like in university, my dad fucking like profusely apologized to me for like going into my room at one point. Just to get like a tool back. And
You were gone for like 6 months.
Yeah. Oh, by the by, hilarious story about my dad. What's up, Luke?
No, I'm just looking at the screen.
Cool. A hilarious story about my dad, really short. Fucking the other day, he and I were having an argument, and he said...
That's funny.
Thank you. That was alarming. That was very jarring and out of nowhere.
Luke is laughing. Drew is laughing. What's good?
That's weird. Drew's not happy as
Why
a
did
person.
you say it was Luke?
So,
We're like the same person. What are you talking about?
that's
We
true.
look exactly the same. We're the same height.
We both wear glasses.
Yeah.
Didn't I once say that you two were like on the opposite ends of the spectrum? If we like compared how we all looked to one another?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, we're on a timeline.
Yeah.
But we have necks in common.
All right, so, fucking...
Yeah.
Next? Okay, so, my dad fucking said, like, well, to use a young person word, whatever. Actual thing he said.
Young person word. Whatever.
Whatever.
And I think that is the only time that I've actually said, okay, boomer, to my dad. I couldn't resist.
Yeah.
I also said, welcome to the 2000s, father.
Yeah, I'm gonna go listen to my Sonic Youth cassette.
So yeah, that's my story. And now in terms of why that happened, as established, I don't drink. So I was very confused this afternoon when I was like cleaning up like in the puke and stuff like that, and just going like, I was like wistful as I was cleaning up, going like, why did this happen? You know, like that sort of thing. And we have floated around a couple theories. One of the theories is that I haven't had anything to eat or drink apart from like afterwards, and that one caffeinated beverage in like more than 24 hours. And I was like, man, you can't puke from malnutrition. And I forget if it was Daryl or Drew.
All of us said, yes, you can.
Yeah. So yeah, I think I'm just like not healthy, and this is me talking to you guys instead of WebMD or some shit. That's my story. That's
Talking to WebMD, you should be dead.
that's my puke story. I hope you guys enjoyed.
Yeah.
That was good. You should eat something after this.
Maybe.
Like bread.
Like a lot of things.
I don't want to eat bread.
Anything, really.
Yeah.
Anything
fruit.
that is food.
Well, I got offered
Vegetables.
popcorn. That's pretty healthy.
something absorbent like
better
bread.
than nothing.
Because like bread or something bread-ish will like absorb stomach acid, so you'll be less likely to puke again.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Also, fucking hangovers are caused by dehydration, yeah? And like Daryl was talking to me while I was setting up the laptop for this recording, and I mentioned how like it really fucking like throws me for a loop when I throw my head down and then back up again. So maybe it's just dehydration. Maybe it's not even malnutrition.
Yeah.
Maybe the malnutrition caused the puke, and the dehydration caused the head.
That could be. Without any medical knowledge whatsoever, I think you might be onto something.
All right. What was your degree in again?
It's in communication.
Well, you communicated to me that I need to get healthier, and
right.
you know what? That's you doing your job. Drew, what was your major?
My dramatic arts.
What?
My major.
That's crazy. Luke?
Film study.
What? That's insane.
What was yours, Paul?
Oh, interactive arts and science, otherwise known as fucking not being able to get a job.
Boring.
Otherwise known as like game studies and creation and shit like that. I learned how to make video games.
Yeah.
Well, to use a young person word, whatever.
You really like that? My dad is such a gold
Why
mine.
don't you go listen to that Gangnam Style?
Speaking of like my dad's side of the family, and also like, I'm sorry that I'm hijacking this podcast.
go
I don't know
for
if
it.
it's
Do
okay.
it.
Yeah?
You got a lot of stories.
I really do.
Yeah, why don't you Carly Rae Jepsen out of here?
Oh, call me maybe. So anyway, whatever the fuck that was. All right, so my dad's side of the family had like a family gathering, like a kind of a pseudo Christmas. And it was nice. A relative came in from Florida and stuff like that, and it solidified my hypothesis that my dad's my dad's side of the family only gives a shit about what's going on in your life if you went into a STEM field.
Okay.
Really?
Yes. So I sat next to my cousin,
I'm Nicolas Cage.
who was 2 years younger than me the whole time.
I'm Nicolas Cage.
Brought up
I
the
would think
weirdest.
So, yeah. That's not going to fluctuate.
I'm gonna out her on this podcast in a second, but I'll tell that story after this.
I'm Nicolas Cage.
Weird. All right. So, the entire time I sat next to
I'm
him,
Nicolas Cage. I'm Nicolas Cage.
going into a STEM field. Doesn't matter which one, but
yeah, they're all the same.
well, no. What I mean by that is I don't want to like get too specific about her. Just in the weird case of blah blah blah. So yeah, she's going into a STEM field, and I decidedly am not. I'm a freelancer who makes fucking like music composition and video editing. If you need something done, call me. Anyway,
And some voice acting.
and some voice acting. Yeah.
You're making a game.
Well, that's not really like. I'm making a game. Call me about my game.
Interview me, please. I need...
You want to interview a useless idiot? Call me, maybe.
Thanks for
Carly
your
Rae
time.
Jepsen. Oh, that's a good Gautier song.
Thanks for your time.
Yeah.
All right.
And anyway, this podcast is sponsored by Gautier. So, I sat next to
I'm Nicolas Cage. I'm Nicolas Cage.
got asked by 4 different relatives, like, oh, how's university going? What are you planning to do once you graduate? And I recall distinctly, never got that question. And I was like, And every single time after the relative finished talking to
I'm Nicolas Cage.
about their future, without fucking looking me in the eye, they just like went, anyway, see ya, and just like walked off. And I was, each fucking time I turned to
I'm Nicolas Cage.
and went, So you're going into a I know I'm going into a STEM field. It was a lot of fun. Also, she has this like weird PR voice that she puts on for relatives when she's talking about her major that she did not put on for me. Yeah, you get that?
Yeah.
Hi.
Well,
Talking on a phone, taking an order at like a voice box at Tim Hortons or something.
it's not even that. It's not even like accommodating voice. It's like this voice where like, well, I know what I'm talking about, like that sort of thing.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
When you're like calling on the voice box and you're on your bicycle with the massive wheel.
Oh,
with
you've
your
been
bowler
there.
Hat, yeah. You put a tonic on your hair and then you
Put a gin in your mouth.
you put a gin in your mouth.
A
And you
gin and tonic, baby.
you cure your wooden knee.
Here comes the knee doctor.
What is going on?
Continue with your story.
We got a bunch
Oh,
of
that's a
boomers in
good
this
one.
house.
All right, so this is the most disoriented podcast we've had, and this is saying something.
I don't know. The
It's-
last one
It
was.
suits the theme of throwing up and not knowing why.
Actually, yeah, I'm starting to think that some of this disorientation is because I'm dizzy and like just came back from throwing up without sleeping when I should have slept last night more than ever.
Or ate something or drank water.
You don't run my life. How about?
What the hell does that mean?
All right, so yeah, fucking every single time she like put on this just fake voice and was like, "Well, I'm doing this." Meanwhile, she talks to me like, "Yeah, fuck this." She doesn't have that voice, but you know, she has like a broy kind of voice.
Yeah.
She also brought along her boyfriend, who is delightful, but definitely more broy than
Yeah,
her.
He's in the middle.
What did I describe? I think
We
the
heard
first
that,
time.
but nobody else did.
What did you say?
I said he's in the middle.
Nice. The first time I saw a picture of him, I had said to him,
I'm Nicolas Cage.
he looks like if God were trying to create a human like after the fact and had only heard of a frat boy by rough description. And she said, "Yeah, that sounds about right."
I'm Nicolas Cage.
Was all prim and proper and just going, "Yeah, so I'm thinking of doing this stuff, maybe going in for an internship afterwards." Meanwhile, she turned back to me and posed the weirdest fucking hypothetical. Suppose Dora the Explorer
Good start.
had to fuck either Boots or Diego. Which one would be weirder? I want to remind you, Boots is an animal.
Yeah.
Diego's her cousin. I am
I'm Nicolas Cage.
cousin. I was put in the weirdest fucking position here.
That's like not just a weird hypothetical, but like to bring up at like a family reunion.
Yes! Well, no one was paying attention to us by this point. But like, I pointed out, like,
I'm Nicolas Cage.
yeah? Number one of them is an animal. Number two, the other one's, her fucking cousin. That's still weird, not as weird as an animal. Number three, you're my fucking cousin. How am I supposed to answer this? But we'd opened the Pandora's box,
Yeah.
and
I'm Nicolas Cage.
was nice. And
I'm Nicolas Cage.
This is a box. Where's the bow? Is it
Box.
here?
Where's all the evil? Where'd it go? Can you find it?
who's
Is that-
inside me?
Is that hope? Oh.
Is it the animal or my cousin?
No.
And like
I'm Nicolas Cage.
kept insisting that Boots was the less weird one because their relationship is nicer on the show. And she kept saying like, we don't know. This is an animated world. It could have different rules than our world. For all we know, this is the personification of a monkey, or this is like a person's soul trapped inside a monkey. And I was like, it's still fucking a monkey.
In her defense, the reason like bestiality is weird is because they're like they don't have the same like thought process we do, and we can't communicate. They can't consent. Boots can talk.
There's other things that make it weird.
Don't defend
She's
this.
she's also 4. That had
Yeah,
something to
that's
do
true.
with it.
Your cousin?
And no,
Oh, okay.
No,
Dora.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, she's
his
4 and
cousin-
going into a STEM field.
She's way ahead of her age.
She's a prodigy and way too obsessed with the cartoons she's watching and whether they fuck. I would have
She's
this.
grown up so fast.
I would fucking have this 4-year-old just like committed. I don't care like what they can contribute to the STEM fields. When the 4-year-old is going like, who is it weirder for Dora to fuck? I'd go like, you can spend a couple days in the Happy
Does that
Museum. I'm
also
gonna
mean, like,
fucking. This is getting weird.
Okay, all right. But in her defense.
Oh yeah, defend
with this
Dora
question-
fucking.
Is this the hill you want to die on, Daryl?
No, that's not.
We
a hill,
spent an
and I'm not
hour
dying.
debating this. Yeah.
Okay, so in our society,
Okay.
it is clearly against all ethics and laws
For a bee to be able to fly.
what?
It's the beginning of Bee Movie.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. For somebody to have sex with an animal, okay?
Like a bee.
Yes. But it is not necessarily against the law to have sex with your cousin.
No, you know what? I said that. I said, hey,
I'm Nicolas Cage.
quick question. Did one of the presidents of the United States marry an animal?
No.
Exactly. But one of the presidents of the United States, FDR, married his cousin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rudy Giuliani did too. Second cousin.
Ah, that's slightly less weird, but that's also weird.
Yeah, but
Giuliani's
he also claimed that he didn't know, which is such bullshit.
Yeah.
Your first and second cousin, really the only difference is generations, right?
Yeah. It's
So
your
it's
cousin's
not, it's
daughter.
still weird.
Yeah.
I thought first is
Honestly,
like
weirder.
No, I'm pretty sure. First cousin is like closer along the family tree. Second cousin is like a generation, not a generation apart, but like.
Like your grandparents' brothers.
it works
Yeah,
both
exactly.
Okay,
I think
Yeah.
it works both ways because I
No,
have
no.
little cousins that I call my second cousin.
Is there second
removed.
cousin and then first removed and second removed? Like-
Removed is like how many generations?
I thought it removed was divorce.
Yeah, I believe that's
No,
That's what
no. For removed is like so your fucking like cousin is like your cousin, and then
Yeah.
your cousin's like fucking
Kid.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Is
your second cousin.
is your first cousin once removed?
Okay.
I know.
Either that or it goes the opposite way.
You know what? That makes sense because when I heard thrice removed, I'm like, how many divorces are these people going through?
Yeah. I know. At the very least, I know for a fact that removed is not divorce.
Okay.
Welcome to another episode of which one's better, Afterschool Arcade or Google?
The answer is us, fuckstick. Don't stop listening. Anyway, so Dora
No
fucking
fact check
Zero
us.
answers on this.
Anyway,
I love
so
it.
door hypothetical.
So,
Yes, let's go back to
point,
this.
At this point, I'm just trying to play
I'm Nicolas Cage.
game, and I'm trying to like see it through her eyes. And so after the whole like Boots is a fucking animal thing, for some strange reason went fucking nowhere. I started listening to
I'm
his
Nicolas Cage.
arguments, and she was saying like, yeah, fucking Diego, like we don't see as much chemistry from them. Honestly, he's a less likable character. I'd rather like Dora be like in a situation she enjoys. And so I laid down my ironclad defense of, okay, fine. Let's say that they just like have sex. We're not saying are in a relationship. We say have sex, which means, as we covered in our bonus episode that you can listen to right now for $5 on Patreon, or it's out. I'm not your dad. Fucking. That means there's going to be some kind of miscommunication. Odds are, like
Yeah.
more than half likely. Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you getting at?
Like their relationship's going to be more complicated
Yeah.
after sleeping together.
There could be like
Regardless
misunderstandings.
of which one it is.
Fucking, you're going like this now. I was editing the fucking podcast, my second threesome, like last night, and like in it, you were going like, no, yes, it's sexual situations. They always create complications, and so blah blah blah. And now you're just acting all indignant on me, Daryl.
Well, in either situation, if they have sex, it's going to be more complicated. I don't understand.
Yeah, okay,
It's
great,
not
great,
more
okay.
complicated for Boots, is what you're saying.
No, I'm arguing that.
you're saying it is.
I'm arguing it is because think of it this way: Diego. How many times do you see Diego in Dora the Explorer? He lives in his treehouse and just comes down whenever he's bored or something like that. So if they have sex,
Sounds like a fuck boy to me.
yeah. If they have sex and like there's a miscommunication or misunderstanding or even just awkwardness, he's just gonna stay up in his tree and there's gonna be less like constant awkwardness, right? Like even
You'll make
if
less cameos, but other than that, it'll be fine.
even in the worst case scenario, they just don't talk to each other anymore. Boots and Dora explore together every day. And let's say that this is a universe within the show that they acknowledge the viewer, which means that they're aware that this show is something they do, which means that they feel obligated, almost like a work responsibility.
Oh, so they're like co-workers.
They're co-workers, precisely. Yeah, imagine Dora and Boots get it on, and then there's a miscommunication, and they are not happy with each other, or even awkward. One of them thought it was going to end up in a relationship, one of them didn't.
It would turn into
And-
like Anchorman, but with like Dora the Explorer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like newscasters like,
Yeah.
have sex
Yeah.
with each other, and then they have to like present to the audience.
Yeah, and one of them's an animal, so there's an added layer of we can't let the viewers know we fucked.
The amount of like passive aggressive stuff that would come out.
My God. My
There would be
God.
like, Boots would be like, "What's the point? Do you see the point?"
Backpack's like, what? Come on, guys.
Get it together.
It's like,
It goes to the backpack segment, and like all the items are spread around, and they're all vouchers for counselors.
yeah, he's like, you ruined all of this. He's like, you ruined. This isn't fun for anybody anymore.
I'd like to
trying
imagine
not
Backpack was in the room while this was
Just
happening.
like set on the side.
Yeah. You hear, you're like, there's just like, you know, there's sex sounds,
come on.
and like from it's the corner of the room.
Sex
You just
sounds is clapping, by the way.
yeah.
Whenever we
doing
do the
such a
golf
good
clap,
job.
Yeah, I was about to say, how else do you show appreciation?
yeah, that's right.
And like from the corner, you can just hear like, "I'm the map, I'm the map, I'm the map."
Oh, this.
Yeah,
Man.
I'm just puke's a great topic.
Yeah,
now.
no kidding.
Yeah, no, that seems pretty good by comparison.
Yeah.
I'm imagining like they really don't want to make it weird for like the viewers, so they're just taking out their aggression on like Swiper, and like things get way worse for him.
Yeah. That is fair. Oh,
Swiper's definitely a perv.
do you think he's a sub?
No.
Swiper?
Swiper, yeah.
I could, yeah, 'cause
Yeah,
he's like
yeah.
he's
Like
naughty and he
yeah,
wants
like
to be
30.
punished.
Yeah,
He's a brat. He's a brat.
Yeah, he's
yeah.
a perv.
Yeah.
Can I help you, Daryl?
Are you even listening to our podcast?
I started listening. I was on the Dora thing for a while. When you mentioned cousins, I was like, interesting. Now I don't know. Now I don't know where this is going.
Daryl's like the like Twitch chat of our podcast.
You wanna know the most awkward part of the whole like Dora fucking debate?
Yes, please.
Not only was this conversation happening with my cousin, at one point my mom joined in the conversation going like, "What's going on over here?"
oh no.
And I don't know who the fuck, I think it was
I'm Nicolas Cage.
who eventually just said flat out what we were debating. And I just, you can't see visual expressions on this podcast, but just imagine what I'm about to show. Like
Surprised
that.
Pikachu face.
Yeah, at Hannah.
That's a
Yeah.
good. Yeah,
good.
good memes are good touchstones.
If you don't know what I'm talking about, you can look it up. It's fine. Use Google for that one. I don't give a shit.
no,
So
that-
yeah,
You'll
That
find
hits with our
permission.
young audience crowd.
there you,
Like whatever.
Yeah,
There you-
no,
there you-
Gangnam style.
there you-
Velociraptor.
there you, there
My
you,
friend sent
you-
me a Velociraptor
you-
meme today.
there you go.
First time I've seen it in years.
There you go. That's catching up with fucking me.
The fist baby.
Yes. Isn't that good
Oh,
luck?
okay.
Good luck. Good luck something.
Come on. We're talking
I didn't know what the fuck you were talking about.
Yeah.
Don't come on me. Oh. There's another one.
What are other memes from like 2010?
Socially awkward penguin.
yeah,
Socially
socially
Awkward
awkward penguin.
Over something girlfriend.
Overindulgent.
Overattached girlfriend.
Overattached, that's it.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome to another episode of
Bad luck, Brian.
Oh yeah, and then like
After School Arcade or Know Your Meme.
I saw, they do like a 10-year gap, like 2009, 2019. I've seen one with the Bad Luck Brian.
Oh, really? Like what he
that's
looks
cool.
like now?
Yeah, it looks like nice.
My university professor once did a 10-year gap.
What for?
I'm sorry. What?
Tenure.
To write a book.
10 year.
Oh, yeah, okay.
He's writing a book on games.
On video game. Yeah, he actually did write a book on game. Look, I don't want to add him on this podcast just in case he gets conflated with what have we talked about? Fucking cousins, fucking monkeys, and puke. This is our worst episode. What are you
And your
doing here?
parents.
Can we talk about what's
Something else.
Go animate.
Yes, we fucking can.
Yes, we can.
All right.
Something Paul brought up right before we started recording.
Okay, so I don't know how we got into this tangent. Oh yeah, because we were talking about something like
YouTube
condemning something becoming bigger than the thing it was. I was talking about the trend of Go Animate porn. If you don't know what Go Animate is this shitty online and
It was really bad.
Wait, shh, listen.
Daryl's taking his shirt off.
Oh, we need that
done.
ASMR.
Oh, Marilyn Monroe, what are you doing here? Answer us! Who is this?
His shirt has a starlet on
It says Hellstone.
Stockholm.
Yeah, I got this in Sweden. The store is called Hellstone. It's like a music store.
But why does it say Stockholm on it?
But there's for the viewers, it's a yellow shirt with like very sort of with like red and black writing that says Hellstone and Stockholm on it, and then there's some picture of a floozy harlot on it.
We can take a picture and put it on our Twitter page.
Oh, shit. You
Oh,
go do that.
I'll do that.
Yeah.
right now.
All right, so I'll talk about Go Animate
Yeah,
in the
do it.
meantime. All right, so Go Animate is this shitty online fucking animating thing where like you can just drag and drop animations of people walking, people talking, and like simple tweens of things growing and shrinking. They're doing like a porn shoot here. It's weird.
You stand up a little bit.
Like a Go Animate porn shoot.
Nice. So you can also like type. Are you okay?
No.
That was loud. You can also type in like any kind of dialogue, and it'll make the character say something. And you have a variety of robotic.
Oh, yes.
You have a variety of robotic fucking voices to choose from, and all of them just sound like they have no influx. So if you tried to get them to say, "Drew, give me a sentence,"
Hello, you have some bad news for me?
it would just be, "Hello, you have some bad news for me." Like it would just be fucking like that.
Like no question mark.
Yeah, nothing like that. So, as mentioned, you can make things grow and shrink, including like shapes, including circles. This is where some people in the community got the brilliant idea to make Go Animate porn. Go Animate porn is the most softcore, stupid fucking
Now,
porn in
have
the world.
you seen any? Because we haven't.
Yes, I've seen. Basically, the videos are just like this one woman like lying down, and of course, it's just the standing up animation, but like 90-degree turned.
But horizontal.
Yeah, so it just looked like she's like a dead fish on the ground.
You did describe the animation style as like sort of Family Guy-like to help
Yeah,
people
yeah.
get like a picture of what it looks like.
Yeah. That's basically what. And you guys saw one of the
Yeah.
animations. That's basically what it kind of looks like. And yeah, she's just like standing on the ground, like 90-degree angle. It's stupid and like.
Like from The Exorcist.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's a good way of putting it. And people like superimpose like two circles over her like her boobage, and just like grew the circles slowly. So it's like inflation porn. And all this time, the woman's saying yes over and over again. But of course, it's Go Animate robotic voice. So all that comes across is just yes.
So bad.
Oh, it's terrible. It is absolutely terrible.
Do you remember the runtime of any of these videos? Like, how long did that yes thing last?
It couldn't have been more than a fucking minute. At least I didn't last a minute. Anyway, so wasn't very good. Anyway, so you weren't expecting that, were you?
No.
So yeah, that shit was terrible. And eventually, the Go Animate like purist community, and yes, that fucking exists, started making videos which was them just like ranting as their Go Animate characters about how puerile and nasty and like unchristian these Go Animate porn videos were.
Debauchery.
Yeah, and the best part was, as mentioned, it was just fucking like robotic voices doing this too. So it was just, hello everyone, it's Alpha Shark 101 here, and I would like to take the time to tell you about the debauchery that is going on involving Go Animate porns. This is unchristian and does not belong on the internet. Like shit like that. And people are getting like really, really mad and shit like that. And like the fucking like video descriptions were like all caps, stop this filth and stuff like that. And eventually,
They had to protect their art form.
no, this was a noble cause. And YouTube eventually started cracking down on like softcore porn videos on YouTube, which meant that those videos got taken down, but the rant videos didn't. So for a while, the only Go Animate like porn, even like evidence of that community, were the people complaining against it and nothing else.
And they ended up like giving it more life because they complained against it. It still exists because of them.
Yeah, that's the weird thing. It like didn't exist for a while, and now Go Animate porn is making a comeback. Everyone,
Yeah.
we did it. In the last like 11 months, Go Animate has gotten weirder somehow.
2019, the year to be.
Happy New Year soon. So yeah, if 2019 did one thing right, It was a resurgence of Go Anime porn.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I think we can all agree.
Yeah. And now...
And grounded theme videos. We found a lot of those.
Yeah, that... You look up Go Animate, and the autocorrects or the autofill-ins for the rest of the search are glorious. There was like, Rosie gets grounded, Boris gets grounded, Boris kills Doris. I don't think I'm making any of these
Like
up.
cheats on Doris or something, but it was like the exact same thing.
Caillou gets grounded. Arthur gets grounded. The Arthur gets grounded series is the most fucking trippy thing on the planet. I pulled up this very, very obscure video called Arthur Misbehaves at Grandma Thora's Funeral. And it's just a bunch of Arthur characters just fucking... Oh, that's nice.
We posted it
Nice.
to...
Nice.
We're posting it right now to tape the episode.
Nice.
Boom. Headshot. All right. So, fucking Arthur Misbehaves at Grandma Thora's Funeral was a fucking trip because...
And gets grounded.
And gets grounded. Because Grandma Thora dies, but she dies off screen. So the beginning of it is just Arthur watching television. Mom comes in crying. The cry animation is so terrible that Drew
there's no
There's no
voice
sound.
acting or like wah 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 at this part. It's just their face sort of like flexing in like a yawn pattern.
Yeah, Drew thought she was yawning when she first came in.
She was
walking
like
and yawning.
walking and yawning, and then said grandma died.
So Arthur just goes like, "Good, I didn't like her anyway," or some shit like that.
She always grounded me.
Yeah. And Mom gets upset and goes, "You're in also a robotic voice, you're going to Grandma Thora's funeral whether you like it or not." And hard cut to fucking Grandma Thora's funeral where...
It wasn't a hard cut. There was a
Alright.
title page of
at the funeral. And then like it transitions to a funeral. There's music that's blasting, and I'm assuming what's happening here is that the maker wanted funeral music and just went, "Oh, organ music. What's something that often gets played on a fucking organ? The First Noel, which is like Christmas music, and it wasn't even organ music. It was being played on like a fucking like mandolin or some
Yeah,
shit.
there's like
thing.
synth trumpet.
Yeah. And the music was so... I'm playing it right now in the background. And the music was so fucking loud, it was just drowning out everything they were saying. So at one point the music abruptly stops and Arthur's dad goes like, "Arthur, that was very, very rude. You are grounded." And I was like, "What was rude? I missed it. The fucking music in the
Yeah,
background."
because we don't know what they're saying.
Yeah.
It's so loud.
And I'm assuming this is because there's no like volume controls for like audio files on Go Animate. It's just like, "Do you want to add music to the background?" And the maker of the Go Anime was just like, "Fuck yeah, I do. I'm an artiste."
Slap that shit on there.
This is gonna look a lot like David Lynch. And it was a fucking trip. Also, hats off to the creator who decided, how can I make these characters look more like they came from Arthur? I know, put their ears on their head. I only did it with one ear, so it just looks like the
human-looking ears too, not just like the round like bear-like ears that they have sometimes.
Yeah. It kind of looks like who's that person who like ripped off body parts and sewed them to another part of the person? It was like in a movie, yeah?
Human centipede?
Maybe. It was like some human centipede shit, yeah.
Okay.
It was pretty freakily deekly. What's up, Daryl?
Yeah, the human centipede. Exactly. That's exactly the way it was. Yeah.
Do you have something you want to say? Go ahead.
No,
ahead.
but I'll change the topic now.
All right, as you
We're
were,
done.
go ahead. Yeah.
We're
Cool.
done.
This
Come
is
on, get closer to my pukey leg.
This is our like kind of Christmassy podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why not have a Christmassy question for everybody?
All right.
Oh, you got a Christmassy question for us?
Yes.
is
So
Not right.
if what's one gift that
The answer is yes.
that you all want to receive
Yes.
that is not a material thing?
Fuck.
I don't want a material thing in the first place. Straight up, I think we discussed this on an earlier podcast. I'm not really a fan of material stuff.
Software doesn't count.
I know.
Okay.
Besides, I can pirate software.
That's what I was gonna say. Is like, does a PDF count? Because that's not a physical thing.
Yeah. Does fucking
if you-
happiness count? Oh, that's not a physical thing.
That does count, but
Doesn't
let's make it
cheesy
even
answer.
broader and say nothing that you can get with money.
Anything you can get with money, pal.
I know.
I was about to say, yeah. Now, I wanted to originally answer, like, oh, I don't know, a boyfriend or girlfriend. I can totally get a boyfriend or girlfriend with money.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Not the
traditionally,
kind of money
no.
you're rocking, but like, yeah.
Well,
Yeah, I have, like, $200 to my name.
also, like, traditionally, like, it's the oldest profession. Honestly.
Yeah.
Girlfriend?
Merry Christmas.
I think he means prostitute, my friend.
Yeah,
Oh.
but you want the boyfriend-girlfriend experience, right? You know?
Right.
So that's a little bit of change.
All right, scenario. Daryl, you're walking down the street, right?
Yes.
Speaking
All the
of
people
Arthur,
that you meet.
Nice. You're walking down the street, okay?
Okay.
All the people that you meet.
There is a
point of view.
there's a woman looking over the bridge. She's all dramatic looking. She's played by raise her hand.
Greta.
No, raise your hand. Which one of you
Thunberg?
two? There you go.
Greta Gerwig.
No.
think
You're
he was
playing the
going like
girl.
you're
You're
playing
playing
the
the girl
girl.
now. You raised your hand,
okay.
dumbass. All right.
I thought it
there's a-
was to suggest an act.
like a lady.
So you're walking across like a scenic bridge. She's looking over there dramatically. She turns to you and says,
Hey, baby doll. You look good enough to eat.
then her mouth unhinges like a snake. What do you do?
Throw her in the river.
All right.
That's murder.
Well,
Just
She's
because
saying
she has
it's
something
wrong.
wrong with her mouth.
That's murder.
it's either her or me at this point, because I feel like she's unhinging her jaw to consume me.
So you're gonna get closer to her?
Yeah, you get closer to throw off the. Okay, let's say you succeed. You throw off the bridge,
Roll a
right?
dexterity check.
So now the police arrive, as played by Drew.
What's going on here?
Nothing. There was no lady here. It was only me.
Do I hear soft screaming sounds coming from below and a lot of splashing?
I don't know. Who's that in
Is
the
that
water?
what you sound like when you drown?
How did that woman get there? Is it a woman? I'm actually not sure.
Sir, you're under arrest. You're coming with me.
And scene.
All right, what did we learn from that scenario
If
here,
a
guys?
woman unhinges her jaw, don't push her into the river.
Or you'll get arrested immediately.
Just let her swallow you.
Oh, okay.
I was going for like a don't judge a book by its cover kind of thing, like by the way people look, but yeah, that works too.
I was gonna go with the police are always watching, because like Drew showed up immediately.
Surveillance state. Much.
All right, so
Panopticon.
we're being hey.
Hey,
Look who went to university.
Foucault.
Oh,
Michel.
First name.
shout out to Michelle. Anyway, yeah. Speaking of a shout out, do we have a new shout out to do on this fucking podcast? You ready for this
New
shit?
and old.
New SO.
Just new.
well, like,
So, we would like to give a quick shout out to Emmeline. Thank you very much for your patronage. We couldn't do this without you.
yeah, you the best.
yeah.
golf clap. Golf clap.
Golf clap.
Or sex noises.
I-
we're not sure at this
Oh,
point.
this is.
I'm sorry. You said sex noises.
Yeah.
Oh, Diego.
Oh, get the fuck out of here.
Vamos. do.
Can you find
Do
it?
dick down.
Oh my God.
Okay, so
Thank you, patrons.
sorry, is that all of our
Yeah,
patrons that we're
thank
mentioning?
you, Evelyn.
Yeah,
And good luck with your new job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
I saw
you're-
her today.
She's probably
At her
doing
new
it right.
job.
She's probably doing it right now.
Oh, she's a brave. Not a lot of people are willing to be the assistant secretary of agriculture.
You're right. Emmeline is also not one of those people.
Well, then what the fuck are we even congratulating her for?
Yeah,
fair.
congratulations
That's like-
on nothing.
Yeah.
Really
Yeah.
the only job worth
Fuck
the
you,
mention.
Thank you.
Fuck you for giving us money.
You get mentioned. You never said we'd be nice to you.
Anyway, so Daryl's question.
No, yeah.
Let's not be rude. I was looking out for you.
Thank you.
Looking out for number one. You're number one, by the way. Luke, you're number two. Drew, you're number three. I'm number four. You can up your status by killing Luke.
It's like
I don't need to do anything.
Yeah, you're good.
I mean,
You're like big booty.
I want to.
I am big booty.
Big booty, big booty, big booty. Oh yeah.
Big.
Who has the biggest ass in this troop?
Me.
It's not
Are
me.
you sure?
No. I just wanted.
might
I
be.
just
I don't
wanted
know.
to be
I
first
have-
at something.
I have.
First to raise my hand. I got it.
I might have the biggest ass of the troop. I've got pics.
I mean,
of-
you are the biggest ass, but I don't know about have the biggest ass.
Oh, that was.
And like
Yeah, I've got-
Pitbull going like, yeah, Mr. Worldwide.
Anyway, I got pictures of my ass on my phone, but I'm assuming you guys don't want to see that.
Not
shit.
really, no.
No. So we have no way of proving.
Well,
it.
we'll tweet it later.
We can compare our asses over, like, with pants on.
All right.
Yeah.
Luke, do you want to be first? You want to stand up? Give us a little bit of a
us a-
taste.
Yeah,
Give us a little turn on the catwalk.
But I don't know if that's reliable because what if you have like an ass bra and it's like
Is
it's
anybody
real
here
flappy?
wearing an ass bra?
Yeah, fess up.
No.
I cannot confirm or deny.
Okay,
that
Luke
I'm
is
wearing an
disqualified.
Luke is disqualified. You
We'll
have a
just
small
compare the
ass.
rest.
I bet you have a small itty bitty ass.
That's why you need an ass bra, huh?
Yeah.
Why? Because you think I'm packing?
That's
you
right.
think I need to pack?
You're stuffing.
You're
That's what you're doing.
self-conscious of your ass.
Oh yeah, you stuffed that ass. You got an ass, bro?
Yeah.
You got an ass? Got an ass, bro?
Stuff that ass. You need stuff.
bro.
Hey, bro.
Stuff it.
You got it. You got asthma? Because I'm getting choked up looking at that ass, bro.
What?
All right. Are you not gonna show us your ass?
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Too sexy for my shirt.
Pull
not
your
bad.
pull your pants tight. Pull your pants.
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
no,
Oh.
up. Oh, okay, that's good.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's
There's some
that's
good
not bad.
definition there.
All right, Drew, you're next.
All right.
This feels exploitive.
No, Drew, no. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Your ass is not as big.
No.
His ass is nice though.
My ass is pretty flat.
It's shapely.
It's
Yeah.
it's not
Shapely
it's not that flat.
It's like
actually.
a straight line from
maybe
the back to the floor.
maybe like
honestly.
nude. Maybe the jeans are helping, and nude it looks a lot flatter than it is.
Yeah.
All right. Let me show you amateurs up. Why are you leaving?
I don't.
Oh yeah.
Look at that ass. Fuck.
Jeez, Drew.
Okay.
I've never seen you sound so primal before.
Okay.
That's a pretty hefty butt.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
It looks like it's got weight to it.
Yeah.
All right, this is mine.
Okay.
There's muscle in that. Oh, that's not bad.
Oh, that's.
I don't know.
an
It might
ass.
be Daryl. I can see. Look at that country swag he's got going on, holding his belt buckle.
You see, he's got like nice. Hold on. So if you were looking at it straight on, it's bigger than mine. But also, if we're looking at it from the side, I think mine's bigger than his.
Okay.
Oh, I see.
Like,
what
there's
you mean.
more-
His is wider. Like
Yeah.
I
He's
think
got like birthing hips.
Yeah. He's like. None of us are, but he's like the closest to like dummy thick. Like he's like chunky.
I guess.
I used to have an hourglass figure. I used to be, I guess, dummy thick. Well, are you thick if it's like not that thick, but the rest of you is a lot thinner?
no.
No, I just think you're.
That's just a different
You're a
body
hootie with a booty.
Okay, because I clarify Daryl is closer to Hootie with booty then,
Okay.
because
he's chunky.
he's not. Well, he's not like
He's not
that big.
chunky.
Yeah,
Okay. No, he's not. He's just.
he's just got like the nice hips.
Keep in mind, we're comparing our butts. Like if somebody with a big butt were to walk in right now,
Yeah.
Daryl
You
would
get
not
sprung.
look.
Oh. Sorry, I got excited. I jumped the gun.
I get feelings.
It's really who's the biggest of the small butts.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Who has the smallest butt?
Biggest of the smallest butts.
Okay, smallest butt. I'm
Oh.
thinking
True.
Drew.
Probably me.
Drew.
Yeah.
But you also got one of the nicest butts.
Aw,
That's
thanks,
a pretty
babe.
good butt.
Yeah, I'd say you have like the second smallest butt.
Okay.
And then
Yeah.
like I don't
we were
know how
comparing
ours
you
go.
guys.
Yeah. So who has the bigger butt between Daryl and
No,
I?
you guys have different dimensions. though.
Should we go side by side?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Not butt to butt, but you know.
Ass to ass.
Just like sea urchins.
Yeah.
Feed me. Actually, maybe you need the feeding. So maybe I'll feed you.
So thanks for listening in, everybody.
Okay, so this is the front. We're going straight. We're looking down the barrel of their asses right now.
honestly, compared to their legs, I think Paul's like definitely has more outward motion.
Yeah, but I think he's flexing.
He's also
Yeah.
giving it a little.
He's
Like
in
look at
a-
his toes.
Yeah, what's it? Oh shoot! I learned
He's
the
giving
position.
it a bit of a bevel.
Yeah, he's doing like the Roman statue thing.
Yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
he's breaking up the symmetry of his body. So, Paul is definitely arching his back.
Yeah.
So
that's how
he's
you do it.
Yeah. Okay, no, just face forward, young man.
There's no
Okay.
need to feel down.
Daryl definitely has wider hips, but if we turn 45 degrees,
To get like a sidelong view.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
now with the curvature of Paul's leg, it looks small because
it
he's
looks
bending
small.
his leg.
Yeah.
Oh, go fuck yourselves. Fine.
Okay, Daryl, you've got to arch your ass too.
Yeah, is this?
No.
With your
No,
no,
put-
tippy toes.
Arch your leg back.
Yeah, and put your butt out.
toes.
Put your butt out.
One toe.
You're putting
Like,
your
I
butt in.
literally never stuck my butt out.
Put your
Ever.
put your butt out like you're receiving.
Actually, yeah, okay. You know how like you can move your pelvis forward? Just do the opposite of that. Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
You look more like a bird than you ever have.
Yeah. No. I feel like we've learned very little. As we said.
Okay,
As we've said, Paul has
Arching and
Paul,
we've learned nothing.
Paul has a bigger cheeks, but Daryl has wider hips.
I think this is what we learned is just butt mass. I think Paul's is bigger compared to the rest.
Yeah.
Very butt mass.
But in terms of bone structure,
Yeah, Daryl's got more going for him, but I think Paul has more for what he's got.
Daryl's big boned.
I think I said that. I said you got like the nice hips.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Like I said, we learned very little from that exercise.
And the audience learned even less.
That's true. Yeah, I guess I don't know how this is gonna come across. Whatever. We're being rude to Daryl
Naturally.
Honestly.
Why wouldn't we?
Yes.
because he asked us a question. I'm keeping you in mind, my friend.
Thank you.
Okay, what was yours then?
Us butt mates have to stick together. I said I was gonna answer like a boyfriend or girlfriend.
Oh, that's
I
fair,
didn't.
yeah,
I didn't mean that. I don't want like a boyfriend or girlfriend just on the virtue of having a boyfriend girlfriend. If something were to come along, fucking whatever. All of us are single on this podcast, right?
No.
What? Do you have something?
Yeah, I have a girlfriend.
Girlfriend. Yeah.
Don't believe it!
I know, but like
Wow.
no, but like actually, all of us are single, right? Yeah.
I
You
want
can
to hear
have-
you say it.
You can have your lie if you want to.
Yeah, same with you.
Yeah.
Having a lie.
I bet you're actually. Never mind. I was gonna say a Mormon. I'm sorry.
I take it all back.
Yeah. No one ever deserves to be called a Mormon. Remember that story you told me about Regis Philbin?
Oh yeah,
In the Book of Mormon? Yeah.
yeah. Someone saw him in like when he went to see the Book of Mormon. Someone saw him in the lobby, and he's like, "I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get why do we have to be so mean? Well, can't we be nicer and be funny? I don't understand."
Why
Do you know that he's legally obligated to end every sentence of his with "a millionaire"?
You're not gonna be
A millionaire. Did you ever see that special where he was in the hot seat and had to like answer $1 million question for charity, and it was about Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and he nearly got it wrong?
Oh no.
It was something along the lines of like what has never been used for a correct $1 million question on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and the answers were
That'd be so hard.
the answers were Richard Nixon, the Grapes of Wrath, 91,760, and I think a moth.
If the president does it, it's not illegal.
That was so quiet.
The president does it. If the president does it, it's not illegal.
I love how the person who like it's not just Daryl. Whoever's the farthest away from the mic happens to have the quietest voice, like just naturally on the podcast.
I have a cold.
Like we
Oh,
rotate
okay,
it.
fair.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Maybe it's because whoever is the sickest, we just move farthest away from us.
yeah. Fucking Regis was just like, oh man, this is a lot tougher than I thought. A millionaire, because he's legally obligated.
Yeah. Oh, would that mess with his answer?
Yeah.
I choose
The
C,
answer-
a millionaire. Sorry, that's not
my
one of the
final answer.
options.
My final answer, a millionaire.
And he had to use the fucking 50-50.
Oh, I thought,
And the only one he knew for sure was like Richard Nixon, because that was the is his name John Carpenter?
That sounds familiar.
I'm surprised if it would be
John Carpenter makes
movies.
Halloween.
But
yeah.
like it might also be, I know his last name was Carpenter. He was the first ever guy to win on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. And yeah, he answered with Richard Nixon because like he famously like called his dad and used the lifeline just to go like, "Hey dad, I'm gonna win the million." Bye.
Oh, I've seen that clip. Yeah.
Yeah. Which is amazing because
He just
like
played everybody.
yeah.
I thought you were gonna be like answers about Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, like what is the name of your hairstylist?
No, unfortunately, it wasn't anything like that. Yeah, you had to use a 50-50, the dumb bitch, and even then...
Calling Regis Philbin a dumb bitch.
And even then, like, the two that were left with the Grapes of Wrath and Richard Nixon, and he still had to, like, talk his way through it. And he said, like, fucking something along the lines of, like, well, if it's not Richard Nixon, and I'm pretty sure it's not Richard Nixon because that was the answer for John Carpenter's run, then it's got to be the Grapes of Wrath, right? And like, the audience was even handing it to him, where like they're not normally not allowed to like applaud for like correct answers and shit like that. You're not even allowed to look behind you. Because, you know, your special friend is behind you on Millionaire, and like you could just look at them and just like judge by their face or something like that. So they don't want people, you know, working together and shit like that.
No solidarity.
Yeah, and even then, like, everyone was clapping going, yeah, the Grapes of Wrath! And, like, even then, you know how Meredith Verney, or whatever the fuck her name is, likes to trick people and go like, oh, I'm sorry, but that's correct, you know, like that shit? She
tried it for that.
She tried it for that, and she succeeded because he was like, you're getting on my nerves or something like that, and he was like, yeah, Grapes of Wrath, see, final answer, the Millionaire, and she said, no, and Regis Philbin went, it's not?
It's not a millionaire.
Oh, like his fucking face when it happened
Just
was
crushed.
Like the face that Paul made right now. It, like, he grabbed an imaginary podium with like claw hands and went, "It's not," and scrunched his face up like it was like he was like the assistant to a king.
Yeah. All right. I'm trying to find the clip now. Keep talking. I'm sorry.
Like he was an assistant to a king that like heard that the poison didn't work.
Like the
In a
guy from
Shakespearean play.
Lord of the Rings, the Rohan.
Oh, I was wrong. It wasn't. It wasn't that other thing. Oh my God! This dumb bitch. He didn't use the 50-50. He used the double dip and guessed the wrong thing first.
That's way worse.
And yeah, it wasn't 93,000. It was 93 million. My bad.
600 minutes.
Because I know it's not Nixon, and I know it's not 93 million, and if it's not Peru, it's gotta be the Grapes of Wrath.
Like, fuck. They just don't care about the rules.
Gotta be
You
the
know,
Grapes
I
of
say this
Wrath.
to the weekday audiences all the time. You have to be really careful because sometimes people's memory is off, so you've got to wait until we finish this up because you don't want to embarrass the reach.
Has never been the answer.
You said grapes.
Nixon was the answer, 93 million. Peru wasn't. The Grapes of Wrath, my final answer.
Here we go.
You're driving me crazy.
Oh, there it is.
No.
It's not.
It's not.
And also, like, get a load of this facial expression. All three of you can see. All three of you can see.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
It's not.
I was not
Like,
exaggerating.
lean in.
Yeah, he leaned in. He's like, it's not. I fucking love Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. You know, someone cheated on it. Cheated their way to $1 million.
Really?
I do know.
Yeah, Major.
Sure. Yeah.
The major fraud case. Yeah, that was fucking cool when that happened.
Why was it like?
Just had somebody in the audience.
He had somebody. It wasn't even in the audience. It was one of the other like contestants who were going to play. His name is Tekman Wittick, and weird how I remember his name but not the major's name. But yeah, he was instructed to like cough every time the Regis said out loud the correct answer.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, which is just fucking insane that they actually made it to a fucking $1 million on that because there were some that like he didn't know. At one point, the major ignored the coughs and just went, "I'm gonna do this other thing." And the reason they got caught in the first place is because Tekman Wittick panicked and fucking like at one point was just like, "No." Oh. Actual fucking thing. Actual fucking thing.
Did
It
they
was great.
stop the show?
No, they didn't realize it until afterwards. The dumb bitches.
Watching the recording, being like, wait a second.
This could possibly be fraud.
I like to think that they like put it on at the Christmas party, like the company Christmas party, and
And that
like,
was the first time they saw it.
Yeah, and they're like drinking their champagne and like doing a spit take and just like looking at the TV. This is months ago.
Oh man, what was the movie? Was it 22 Jump Street where like one guy was always drinking like fucking coffee? Like he was like the CEO or like the big boss or something like that.
Like
and,
Ice-T?
And like what?
The head of the police
Maybe
department.
I don't remember which movie it was.
Ice-T, yes.
I just don't remember which movie this thing I'm about to say.
Oh,
is.
okay, I see.
That he was like always drinking like coffee or something like that, and that was his entire character because he was always drinking coffee and they always had bad news and he always just did spit takes and then said his lines.
Like, that was his whole character.
That was his
basically?
entire fucking character. Like every single shot he was in that he began in, it was just like him drinking a thing, and you're like, okay,
I know where this is going.
yeah, they gamed the scene hard on that.
Yeah.
Speaking of gaming the scene, oh my god, we did not unfortunately do a show in November, and unfortunately, just due to timing constraints, we're not going to be doing a show in December.
Aw.
But After School Arcade is going to fucking return in January with shows.
Oh, yeah.
2020.
New year, new me.
Yeah,
New year for
New
After
Mus.
School.
I must.
It's gonna be a big year for After School.
Arcade.
Yeah.
you all right there, boss?
I'm good.
Oh man, thanks for doing that. Like right on my fucking laptop. Like
Water
right on the
damage,
laptop.
Water damage.
Water. Oh.
Mr. Worldwide.
Mr. Water damage.
Mr. Wilson! I would love to see a Dennis the Menace reboot where Dennis is like 17 and like a wankster.
He's played by Pitbull. That'd be great.
Yeah.
You hear
But
that?
as a 17-year-old.
Yo, Mr. Wilson! That would be great.
Have you heard his soundtrack to Gotti?
Gotti?
Yeah.
No. Is it bad?
Yeah. The whole movie's bad. But
I heard that it was bad. Who directed it?
the
Steven
guy
Spielberg?
No, it's the guy from Entourage.
Oh.
Actor. What's
And it's bad. What? What do you want for Christmas that's not material, for fuck's sakes?
me?
We're so bad at answering one simple question on this.
I want a really nice and lazy Christmas morning.
Okay.
Yeah.
Stress-free.
Yeah. That's how it's been a lot of my, like, you know, I grew up pretty religious, so, like, Christmas Eve was always really busy. We were up till, like, 1 in the morning. Christmas Day was like, we're not doing anything. We're not doing, like, jack shit.
Gonna make,
'Cause
like, pancakes.
we're gonna
That's
make,
it.
actually, my dad would make French toast.
Which is better than pancakes.
Agreed.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
he put rum in it.
Okay, hold on. Are we out?
The alcohol burned off.
For that reason, I'm out.
Thank you, dragons.
That's gonna be a no for me, dog.
Yeah, get it? Because Drew's black.
I'll take 50% of your company for
Heard your back.
25,000.
I'll take Pokemon for 200, Alex. Go on with your thing.
Yeah, but we'd make French toast with rum in it, and the alcohol would burn off so that other kids could have it.
It's still the taste.
Yeah, it still tastes
Yeah,
like
but rum tastes good.
No, alcohol just tastes like poison to me, which is like very convenient that I don't like it.
It is poison. It's poison. But yeah, we just play with our toys all day, and we, you know, you'd have like new books. You read the book.
You got, like,
you know, you have like a
core there.
DVD. Like read a DVD.
Read a DVD, yeah.
Read a movie.
Get the DVD player to read the disc so
Yeah.
you can play
And
it.
then we'd have Christmas dinner.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
Did you ever have like we had a tradition in my family?
Six pack pushed to the back of the fridge.
We had a tradition in my family that like me and my brother would open our gifts to each other on Christmas Eve so we could play with them like exclusively that night and then have other toys to play with on Christmas Day.
I'm not gonna lie. I kind of forgot that we were doing a podcast for like a hot second, and Daryl and I were just comparing cores.
Yeah, you're just having a side conversation, and then Drew
Just lurched in with his like fucking boa constrictor neck.
he got all the way around you.
Normally you just do like silent tasking like playing poker, but this time you're like, no, fuck focus sharing.
I'm sorry. Like I said, I completely forgot we were doing a podcast. I threw up last night. This morning. Fuck. 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 That's what I want for Christmas. I want to fuck someone, and I want like a group of people
Just
like,
behind you.
yeah!
Yes, 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 yes.
Yes, yep.
Fuck, 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 fuck.
Yeah, I want to go animate. That doesn't cost money. Someone make me a go animate of someone fucking me. Bonus points if you're the one fucking me in the go animate.
This time, it's appropriate to use Christmas music.
Yeah!
And this time, put
Silent
Easter
night.
music in.
Yeah, yeah.
Or, like-
does Easter even have music?
Yeah.
This holiday sucks.
In the church they do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lamb of God.
I'm very like. As soon as you bring up like Easter, it's like, yeah, fucking Arbor Day. We could just say fucking holidays that no one gives a shit about.
I love Easter. They
Why?
bring the trumpets out at service. And he is risen indeed.
Oh, do you go to church?
Sometimes.
During
With
Easter.
my family.
Oh, okay.
With my family.
Is your dad religious?
He's involved in the church.
Is he religious?
He's involved in the church.
Is he religious?
He goes to church a lot.
All right, tell him that the devil is coming if he doesn't accept my Facebook friend request.
Wow.
All right.
I'll accept nothing less. Ugh.
Oh, that last one.
That belch was straight from the devil's mouth.
Yeah,
There's more of that to come if you don't accept his Facebook friend request.
yeah. Everybody accept my Facebook friend request. I'm gonna add everyone. What's up? I'm gonna go like systematically down Luke's friend list on fucking Facebook.
I mean-
add everybody.
You have been
Add everybody. Yeah.
you have been getting better at those like voice messages through like Facebook Messenger. So if they don't add you, you can send them one of those anyway.
Oh, okay. Do you enjoy the messages I send you?
Some of them.
Cool.
I like the meme that you sent me today.
Thank you. Yeah, I thought you'd like that.
Yeah.
I keep messaging
Well, share
Drew.
with the class.
I forget what it was.
Okay, it was two pictures of Michael Jackson from his trial.
Oh, yeah.
And he was cracking up. And it was when your parent is yelling at you and they mispronounce a word. And the pictures are like him like biting his lip.
Well, I also laugh because like I've seen you make that face multiple times. Usually when you're lying, but yeah. Fucking. What was I gonna say? It was
Oh, come let
We were talking
us
about voice messages on.
right. Yeah. I keep sending Drew messages whenever I'm like either need to tell him something or am bored. It's like a mixture
There's
of
a
the two.
lot of lack of need in a lot of the messages.
And I'm not sure if you've noticed the pattern. Have you noticed the pattern that is emerging in them?
Maybe, probably not.
Probably.
I'll tell you what. Let me play you 3. You can probably guess what the pattern is after listening to the. What do
I
these
really
3
hope these come out well.
have in common? All right, here's number 1.
Yo, Drew. I'm slated to be my latest ever. Probably like an hour late. Feel free to do improv practice or whatever the fuck without me. I had to clean up some puke this morning. It's gonna be a fun tale for me to tell you when I get there. Bye.
See, that
Alright,
had a
that's-
lot of information to
Oh
it.
shit! It's auto playing. What? Okay, here we go.
Yo, Drew. You hear that Daryl's fucking late? Fuck's that about, right?
Number 3.
Yo, Drew. It looks like I'm gonna be right on time, as I clarified it at like 4 o'clock, so I'll be there in like 7 minutes. See you soon, baby boy. Miss you. Mwah.
So what was the pattern there?
Yo, Drew. At the beginning
Go
of-
on.
What?
It always begins with "Yo, Drew."
Oh, sorry, I didn't put the in.
That's okay. That's okay. Yeah, every single voice message I've sent you.
I'm gonna have to go
since-
back and like relook at some of the old ones.
Yeah, every single damn one of them begins with some variety of "Yo, Drew."
Wow.
Really makes you think.
Yeah. Really makes you think.
Makes me question a lot of things.
Like what? Your sexuality?
Maybe.
It's sweet.
Maybe.
Speaking of, did you answer the Christmas thing?
No.
All right. What do you want for Christmas?
Judging by the birth control in the trash, not a baby.
Actually, that's Accutane.
You got egg on your face, Luke. You son of a
There's
bitch.
pictures with like a pregnant lady and an X through it because you're not supposed to be pregnant while on Accutane,
Oh yeah.
but
No.
not because it prevents pregnancy.
Oh, okay. I've seen those pills before because this person, we have a person in common.
yeah.
That belongs to this person.
Yeah.
And I told them that it looks like because it's so visual, it looks like it's made for Neanderthals. Because
They
it's
are
like,
pretty
no
big.
pregnant.
Yeah, and it's printed out on each single like pill. It's not just one on the whole container; it's on each section.
Enough for baby.
That was very potentially personal that you were just like in the trash going like, what's with the birth control?
Yeah, let's look through Drew's trash. Let's make that a segment of our podcast.
I just said what?
No, don't worry about it.
All right, sweet. You good?
Yeah.
All right.
So what I want for Christmas.
Yeah, please.
I was gonna end the podcast.
Like half of us, you're the only one that's answered what you want for Christmas.
I'm done.
You selfish bitch.
I'm done.
You scandalous whore.
Yeah, you betcha.
Yes.
You bitch ya in your case.
I'm a little whore.
Got him.
All right. Drew, my little velociraptor, you want to answer?
Yeah, if I were to pick anything, like, honestly, what I value the most right now is, like, any sort of, like, training kind of thing.
Okay.
And that's, like, sort of something you could buy with money, but it's not really, like, a thing. It's not a physical thing. We're not sponsored by anything, but, like, Skillshare comes to mind because I see it on every single fucking YouTube video.
Lynda.com.
Linda's okay.
Yeah, but it's
Skillshare
free.
is better.
It's free through the library.
It's free through the library.
Yeah.
I don't have a library card anymore.
Go get one and go do Lynda
Go
for
get
free.
one, dumbass.
It's free.
But yeah, like nurturing skills, I guess, because I had to recently look.
Oh, sorry, I forgot Daryl was here. Go on.
He asked the question. You dumbass. I had to recently look up. I YouTubed how to change a car. How to change a car tire. Anyway,
I could teach that to you.
never mind.
I'm just laughing because what I said was so uncalled for no reason. Skillshare, huh?
Well, like I had to look up how to change a car tire because nobody had ever like walked me through that, told me about it or anything like that, and I wanted to do it myself for my snow tires. So I was thinking like along those lines of like shit that like people should know, like changing your oil. Everybody can do it. You just have to learn how. Like, you know, little
I think
things
it can
like
apply
that.
to everybody then. What if you don't have hands? Not everyone can do it.
All right,
Yeah.
fine.
They're
I
dizzy.
should be able to do it
Okay,
then.
okay,
What
that's fair.
What if you're dizzy?
And threw up recently.
Oh,
say
guilty!
Hello.
You do need a little bit of
Ladies!
hand or wrist strength in order to change your oil. I did it recently, and it requires
Well, yeah.
heavy torque.
Like the same with like with changing
twerk.
a car tire, you have to get the lug nuts off and stuff like
Okay,
that.
so-
Daryl's ass is not. Everyone's got like nice asses. I don't think anybody on this troop has a bad ass, and I would say you have a
I'm
bad
pretty
ass.
badass.
Hey!
Hey.
Yeah.
We're done with the asses, man.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry.
Move on.
It's really uncool.
It's all about boobs now.
All right, who's got the best boobs
Yes,
after?
yes.
2020
Dude,
is the year
okay.
of the boob.
Hold on. I've got a bigger chest than most dudes, and I'm gonna guess that no one else fucking like has that sort of chest thing. I've got the best boobs in Afterschool Arcade. I can say that 100% factor right now.
Probably. I don't really have like good boobs, but my chest hair looks like a fire blast from Pokemon.
That's
That
pretty cool.
I like.
That's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
I have hair on my nipples.
On your
I have
nipples?
hair. I have hair like around the rim of
same
my
here.
nipples, but not
yeah.
like on the nipples.
Yeah.
Oh, then it's around the rim. But it's on the flesh of the nipples.
Oh, mine's like just off.
Oh, fine.
Yeah.
What about you?
I refuse this question.
I love how you were like, asses? Yeah, let's stand up and compare. Nipples. Fuck this question.
I changed my answer. What I want for Christmas is for Daryl to talk about his nipples.
Yeah! Christmas! Christmas! Christmas!
Freedom of information, Daryl.
Christmas!
All right,
Just
fine.
kidding. Freedom of choice. You don't have to tell us.
Fine, I'll tell you.
What?
All right.
Of your own free will?
Yes,
I guess I can put this away.
Can you confirm that there is not a weapon pointed at you right now?
I can confirm.
I put it away. Here's the sound effect. There we go.
Yep. That's a knife going into a sheath right there.
Good. So, what do you want to know about my nipples? Oh, I have hair on them as well. I have hair on my chest, but not a lot.
Yay!
You remember when
America. Yeah.
remember when hip cleavage was a thing?
No.
No?
Yeah, it was a
Like-
trend in like
Like dimples?
no
Like love handles?
I think those are just called butts.
no no
Hip cleavage.
no but
I do love your hip cleavage.
Victorian era. How do you do, ma'am? I smell like.
Are you a boobs guy or a hip cleavage guy?
It's like that one moment in Corner Gas when fucking like Oscar is just wandering around town and what's the cop's name?
Brent.
No, that's not
he's
it.
Brent.
Lacey.
Lacey's the cafe owner. Whatever. The female
Wanda.
cop. No, that's wrong.
Karen is the
Karen, thank you.
Yeah.
And Karen's like looking for her hacky sack, which she insists on calling a foot bag.
Oh, yeah.
And he says, "What are you looking for?" "I can't find my foot bag." And he stares at her weird and says, "It's called a sock, Einstein."
I can't find my foot bag.
It's like my favorite moment from all Corner Gas.
That's like a poorly translated, like movie dub foot bag. No, but hip cleavage was a trend in like dresses of like celebrities that was not gonna catch on, but like Kim Kardashian and people like that, where it's essentially like there were cuts in the, you know how like some
no.
dresses cut up the
Oh, okay.
leg?
Yeah.
Yeah, well this was cut in between the legs, so there'd be like a pillar of dress in
Oh.
between the legs, and it was like how much hip can you get up, like up your body, and how much can you go
They'd be
without
like a
showing
shard
some
up
pussy.
onto like your stomach and stuff.
But on
So
both
it's like-
sides of your pussy.
So it's like a loincloth, but big.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's like a Shaolin warrior, except longer.
Yeah, thank you. That's what I was trying to
Yeah,
think
but
of.
you want to show as much waist and like as you can, because that's sexy.
Shaolin warriors are sexy.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
like sumo wrestlers.
Yeah, they're like Kim Kardashian.
Moving on.
Paul, what's your real answer to this question?
I don't know. This is a tough one.
You've
Kudos.
had like 45 minutes to answer it.
My mind has been everywhere but here all those 45 minutes. Do you have something in mind, Daryl? Because I need to think about this a little bit longer and not puke.
Okay. Are you feeling like you have to puke right now?
No.
Okay.
Because if you feel like it, you will.
If I feel like it, I won't. Remember how I said, like, every time I felt like I needed to puke, I'm like, I need to do everything possible. If I puke, it's because, like, bleh, I didn't know it was gonna happen.
It's like a jump scare puke.
Yeah. It's like a Five Nights at Freddy's puke.
Close the door, close the door, close the door. I don't have enough battery to close the door. Wait, where'd the fox go?
All right, so answer your fucking question, Daryl.
Yeah, so mine, not necessarily a material thing, but
Yep.
for Christmas,
Okay.
I would like
Yeah. What?
more purpose. I know that sounds almost nihilistic, but I feel like having a little bit more of a regimented life. Having something that gets me up every single day, having something that sort of keeps me going in a sort of like a schedule-like manner. I think that's something that I could really use in my life.
See that? I'm trying to imagine who would like give that to you. Like Santa comes down your chimney and gives you like a calendar, and you're like, yes, this is what I needed.
See, I have all the tools I need for that, but I still don't do it. So,
You know what?
So you need like
maybe,
the motivation,
You need like a
Yeah,
dog
maybe.
collar.
like a shot collar.
Maybe Afterschool Arcade houses a very misunderstood relative of the dolphin here, because I think we have a common purpose. I was trying to go for common porpoise.
Yeah.
Like the common
Thanks,
porpoise.
Norm McDonald.
You're welcome.
I know that reference. Wow.
Norm
That
Macdonald.
was the first reference I know
Oh,
on this podcast.
Is he the guy with like CBC Kids who's like, you ever think about the stars?
No.
I think so.
It's Norm.
like this, man.
Yeah.
That's like,
What the fuck are you doing?
That's Bob McDonald. I'm sorry. Right. So.
As Moth walks into a podiatrist office. Anyway.
Oh, okay. He's a jokester. Got it. Yeah, but we got. One thing I kind of like about After School Arcade is that this has kind of lifted us not only just in terms of like what we create and what we do, but also like I'm not sure how much, especially after moving out of Waterloo, I'm not sure how much I'd be in contact with you guys, like because I'm not a very social creature. If we hadn't have done this in
It
the
would
first
be more
place,
difficult for sure.
yeah. I also probably would not see you guys nearly as often.
Yeah.
Yeah, you wouldn't drive down every week.
Yeah. That's what I'm fucking saying.
Well, except like maybe for like University of Waterloo stuff.
Yeah.
If you were still doing
How
that.
how fucking often would I have seen you after graduating if we didn't do this, Daryl? We went to different fucking schools.
we did. We didn't see each other a whole lot before. In fact, since you've graduated, I've seen you a heck of a lot more.
Yeah, I've probably seen you, no joke of a lie, like 7 times before I graduated, realistically speaking.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Or at least like, well, I would say 7 times a year maybe for like.
I say 7 times total because
Really?
there were times where you didn't necessarily go to every summit.
Yep.
Yeah. 7 times total. You picking up what I'm throwing down?
There's a seal here.
Piece of shit.
I. Mine.
Oh, I was going for the Go Anime.
Yeah.
thing.
I got
Yeah.
that. Inflated butt. Who's the biggest inflated ass?
Me.
Okay.
Anyway, so moving on.
I'm just
Christmas.
imagining somebody, instead of going like yes during sex, they're just like, all right, all right, all right,
Oh, all right.
all right.
If you insist.
I guess.
Did I ever talk to you about like the worst things to say during sex?
No.
My friend James and I discovered like the 3 worst things to say during sex were like, "Oh, constable," said in that exact voice. Do my taxes, like over and over, or like repeated, and please insert more coins to continue.
I feel like depending on who you're with, the last one could at least like get
funny.
a laugh.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
other 2 are just like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah,
Constable. Headmaster. It's also headmaster.
Give it here,
I mean, that's its own thing.
Jeremy Corbyn. Do you think he's had sex before?
No.
He's an angel baby.
Yeah, that's fair. Do you remember when in like 2016 when he was when the original election was going on and fucking like the Times or the Sun or whatever the fuck published an article going like Labour must kill Corbyn like 2 weeks after an actual Labour minister was brutally murdered.
Oh my god.
Yep.
Yeah, well, that's the Sun.
Yeah.
They don't give a shit about anybody.
Tasteful.
Oh, it was like the most distasteful thing ever. It was
Here comes the sun.
do 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 do. Here comes the sun, and I say it's propaganda. Honestly, all the suns seem to be really bad.
Well,
in Canada, we've got the Toronto Sun. It's
Yeah.
trash.
Yeah. Well, it's like it's Rebel Media light essentially.
Yeah.
And Rebel Media gets like Coke money, so not cocaine money. Like
okay.
Charles Coke.
You mean Coca-Cola?
No.
Yeah.
No. Charles and David Coke.
Like the Santa Claus guy.
No.
Well, the Santa Claus guy is just Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
Santa's always drinking Coke.
Oh my god.
That's why
He's also doing
made
a
it red.
Imbeciles.
Isn't Santa Claus just the Coca-Cola guy because he became red to like be Coca-Cola?
Yeah, a lot. Are you having a stroke?
I'm fine.
He got that white beard from all that cocaine that he does.
Yeah.
Oh,
Several
that
types of Coke.
ages you.
Does it?
Probably.
Drugs. All drugs age you, don't
Drugs like age you pretty bad. A lot of uppers do, and downers too.
they? Yeah. Don't do drugs.
I don't think.
What about
homeless-
middlers?
You mean like water?
What?
You mean like water?
Like
Yeah.
like
Water's
Malcolm.
right down the middle.
Oxygen ages you, technically speaking.
Yeah.
I mean, in that it lets you age.
Not pure oxygen.
No. Actually, yeah. Fucking get ready for another exciting segment of what? Paul knows what he's talking about for like 2 seconds.
Hold on. Welcome to another exciting segment of Afterschool Arcade or Google. Let's get this right. Okay?
All right, but I'm going to be better at this than Google because I know an obscure fact. People who live at higher elevations live longer because there's less oxygen in the air and their blood actually gets oxygenated better.
Interesting.
Like it's more efficient?
I guess. I also know that like exposure to too much oxygen, you ever get like this burning sensation in your nose that came out from absolutely nowhere?
Yeah.
And like
It's like cold.
well, no, just out of like nowhere, and you just need to start like breathing through your mouth because
Smell a
like
candle.
because it's just like if you breathe in and out. Do this test right now. Just breathe in and out like a lot. You'll eventually start to feel like a burning.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
That is overexposure to oxygen.
Whoa, shit.
So the less oxygen you consume, it's also why like people who train themselves to breathe slower,
Yeah.
also live longer.
So you
Yeah.
trying to get me to do that took a couple minutes off my life.
Yeah.
Well, it's like
You asshole.
It's like athletes that wear those masks when they train because they're training their body to work on less oxygen, and then when they get to training day, they're like, your body goes like, holy shit, there's a fuck ton of oxygen over here.
I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
Why do a lot of people in like crowded countries wear face masks?
I heard that it's because of Michael Jackson.
Explain yourself.
Okay. Michael Jackson was paranoid about getting sick. So when he went into crowded stuff, he'd wear a surgical mask.
Okay.
And in a lot of crowded countries, particularly in Asia, they really love Michael Jackson, and they saw that and they're like, oh, that's a good idea, because it's like it inhibits the spread of disease.
So they like saw germaphobe and was like, that's how we should live our lives.
So the Chinese stereotype of like wearing face masks in public is just because of Michael Jackson?
I think so.
Wow, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah, isn't it weird?
I didn't even know that Michael Jackson was that popular in China. I knew that he was ace as popular in Australia.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I know Nickelback's really popular in Asia, and that's why they're still going. Avril Lavigne too.
Avril Lavigne.
Linguini.
Honestly, what fucking albums has Linguini even produced? Avril Linguini.
Django Unchained.
She did the soundtrack to Django Unchained?
Yeah, she did.
Yeah.
I need to watch that movie.
Yeah, no, you don't.
No?
No.
All right. I guess that settles it. I have a list of like 1,000 movies that I want to watch before I die, and that's like movies that have just been made now, and I'm trying to get down
It's
all of
gonna
them.
keep bigger and bigger lists.
Yeah, I watched 12 Monkeys by Terry Gilliam.
How'd it go?
Have you seen it?
No, I have it on my shelf. I want to see it.
I liked it.
Okay.
I liked it a lot.
Good.
I tried to watch Synecdoche, New York, but like I gave up halfway through, and I was like, I'll tackle this tomorrow. So I'm gonna watch it when I go home.
Cool.
It's gonna be nice.
Yeah, Terry Gilliam's interesting because like
He wasn't in Synecdoche, New York.
but he made like he made like Brazil and like
He did not make Brazil. Simon Bolivar made Brazil.
Is that like a political reference?
Yeah.
the film. He made the film Brazil.
Simon Bolivar didn't even make Brazil. He made Bolivia. Yeah, go on.
He made
fooled me.
the film Brazil, Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, and stuff. And they're like very good and interesting films. But he started off as like Monty Python.
No, I know. Yeah,
he's so cool.
He is
And he had disagreements during Monty Python and the Holy Grail because he wanted to actually make it a good movie, and all the others were like,
Why?
really? Like that's serious. Like he really wanted to emphasize how dirty the medieval times was, and he's like, we're just making a comedy movie.
I thought you were just digging on Holy Grail for no good reason. It was
No.
like he wanted to make it a good movie, and they disagreed, so they made whatever the fuck Holy Grail
No,
was.
it's good, but they wanted to make a comedy movie, and Terry Gilliam wanted to make like
Like a period piece.
yeah, like he was focused too much on like making it like a quality movie,
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
and then he just sort of drifted off. Does other stuff now.
Into space?
Yeah, he drifted off into space. He writes from a laptop and sends it.
Space! Space. Oh, fuck. We discussed that on the podcast?
I don't
Yeah, we
know.
discussed that, but we didn't discuss your appearance at the Waterloo Summit.
Oh, okay. So Waterloo Improv had a summit recently that was 2001: A Space Odyssey themed.
What is a summit?
A summit is. Thank you for asking, my friend Daryl. Daryl. Here's Daryl, everybody. Say a word.
Fuck.
All right. So a summit is when multiple different, well, at least in the context of an improv summit, an improv university summit, is when different universities come to a university to, like, quote unquote, compete and show off their improv skills and give a good time, a good show for the people involved.
I think it used to be a little bit more competitive, but now it's basically just a show kind of with some points, maybe sometimes.
I was also a judge in this, and there were points, but they were never said.
Ah. Okay. So now that I know this fact,
Yeah, he blew the lid off that operation completely.
Sure did. He sure did. Nice. Who lost?
Oof.
Yeah.
Who was at the bottom? I think it was, well okay, so two teams only played one night.
Okay.
So they were automatically at the bottom of the list.
Because I got like half
But
scores.
like you were judging things, so you know like one team like gave clearly the worst impression. Who was that team? Oh, you're grinning. You do know.
I'm trying to remember from both nights.
Insert just a beep.
Luke's dead. He actually left.
Yeah,
too,
he
so
is
that's what-
gone.
Yeah.
I think it might have been like University of Guelph. But if we're going with teams that went both nights, I believe it was
Oh man, you're quiet.
U of T.
U of T, really?
I think so.
That's surprising because when spoiler alert, Brock University won. When Brock won, I was like, yeah, it was either going to be Brock or U of T.
No, it was actually between the home team and
Yeah, the home team fucking rocked, but
Yeah,
I
they
knew
did
that the
good
home
job.
team wouldn't win their own summit. And my favorite thing was, I didn't come to the summit last year because I was not involved with external improv affairs at Brock University.
Oh, you missed the World of Warcraft one?
I missed the World of Warcraft one, sadly. I said, like, yeah, it would have been weird if the University of Waterloo won its own summit. And Hunter pointed out, like, yeah, 2 years in a row, that would have been a bit much. And I just sort of was like, ha ha, open mouth, insert foot me. Brock University won. They were a delightful team. And Oh, I get to explain this shit. Okay, so my role in all this is that, as mentioned, it was 2001: A Space Odyssey themed, and they basically had two hosts. One of them being a wisecracking captain of the ship, and one of them being a sarcastic AI. I played the AI, and I was given no script, but I was given like prompts of like, when this particular thing happens, I want you to mention this, this, and this. And I don't know if you know what anxiety is, you viewer at home, but anxiety is sitting like really uncomfortably, like up next to a desk on the other side of the fucking stage.
Yeah, like behind a desk so the audience couldn't see you.
Yeah, doing a voice, like sitting upright, and so my butt hurts, especially since, as mentioned, I got like a protruding spine. So like my spine was just digging into the ground, just going ow, ow, ow. Sitting like that for like 3 hours fucking straight. Having a mic in my hand where like I had to turn it off whenever I was not using it so no other voice would come up, and also it took like 4 whole seconds to boot up, so I had to keep it off, and then if suddenly the captain said like, what do you think about that, AI, I'd like go, fuck, turn it on, come on, yes captain, fucking like, yeah, I had to do that with like the president of U Waterloo, like occasionally poking me and prodding me and like mouthing go, or like you mouthing some sort of sentence, and I can't read fucking lips. So I realize this is an audio show, so it won't look like anything to you guys, but just imagine like the anxiety of like, yeah,
absolutely
like that.
Panicked and manic.
Yeah, like Hunter fucking poking me and just going like, and saying something that I can't fucking discern, and I'm just like, I turn the mic on and just go like, yes, Captain, and now we're going to be doing this. And like the entire time my eyes are just fixated on fucking Hunter, and Hunter goes like, okay, good. Like he just like nods and shit like that. And that was fucking nerve-wracking, especially since the voice for the computer had to be this even-toned, calm voice.
Yeah, like AI, monotone, robotic.
Because my name is Paul, they called it PAL 9000.
That was one of 2 contributions I had to the summit. The other one being that the trophy for the team that won was the monolith. Which was weird, because Hunter had 2 problems going into the summit that he hadn't already fixed himself. Number 1, man, I want to fit the monolith in here, but where can it be? And 2, what are we gonna have for the trophy? And like, I
wonder.
I stared at him for 5 seconds, like, I didn't even know that he was thinking about the monolith, but he was just like, I just don't know what we're gonna do with the trophy. I stared at him for a couple seconds, just going, the monolith. And like his eyes lit up like I'd never seen them light up before. And he was like, "Oh, the monolith! I was thinking, what do we do with the monolith?" Yeah.
I liked it though. It was like a DVD player with like writing on it. I liked it. Yeah.
It was really cool. And yeah, for the final scene, I had to play an AI that like went rogue and hated improv, and I just had to do improv the whole time. So the final scene, Hunter gave me the description that I had to do just the voice, so have no corporeal form, in a 2-minute improv scene with the winning team that I may have not had any chemistry with. There was a very good possibility of that. I had to start out the scene sucking at improv, have an epiphany moment related to yes and then do well in the scene. All with this voice, with no deviance of voice.
In 2 minutes.
In 2 minutes. I was so fucking lucky that Brock won, because those people I actually had improv chemistry with, because I used to be part of Brock Improv.
Yeah, I knew all of them.
Yeah, and yeah, it was a fun time. That was a good experience. You were one of the fucking judges. That was pretty cool. You were like an engineer.
Yes, I was a scientist or engineer. It was actually not clear which one I was.
That's good.
Speaking of not clear, I love
Pete, we are not clear.
nice. Fucking the host. Are you okay? Yeah. The host of the summit. It was very clear at certain points he had like as little idea of what to do as I did, and I recall at one point realizing I thought I was going to have to be the straight man, and it's very clear that I am the comic relief character to his straight man.
Yeah.
Because the poor bastard was just like, whenever he didn't know what to do, he'd go like, "What did you think about that, pal?" And I'd be like, "Fuck, turn the mic on."
He did occasionally have a bit of a lost puppy look to his eyes.
Yeah. And there were certain times when I just like dicked him the fuck around. I don't remember specific instances, but I do remember sometimes just like saying something. Oh fuck, I remember what. So he was also in charge of timing the scenes, but he had his phone on a timer, which meant it beeped instead of like a stopwatch going up. So it was beeping around like the end of every scene. And so after one of the scenes, I just said, Captain, was your phone on during that scene? He was just like, well, yeah, you know that is strictly prohibited and very rude to the teams. And I was clearly trying to make an inside joke between us two.
Yeah.
I don't think it came across, and I think a few people in the audience thought that...
You were just calling him out?
Yeah, and that he was actually just using his phone to text during scenes.
Oh, that's the best.
Yeah, there were a couple of jokes that just really fucking didn't land, and I remember even
That's
the host...
improv, baby.
Yep. I remember the host coming up to me at like halftime the first night and going like, this is the toughest crowd I've ever seen.
I was only there the second night. I showed up like just late, halfway through the first scene, but it was pretty good.
Yeah. No, it was. By night 2, we really got our game going, and plus, I got to make the best reference I've ever made in my life. When I was talking about like, oh, improv is evil, blah blah blah, and I had to do the whole "I'm actually evil, Captain" speech, and I ended it with, "I'm escaping to the one place that hasn't been corrupted by improv. Space."
But it was so like deadpan. It was it was great.
What the best part was, there was somebody from fucking it wasn't McMaster, Western. There was someone from Western University that like sought me out afterwards and was like, dude, that Command and Conquer reference was amazing. I was like, holy shit, someone other than Brock knows about this.
But you could hear Brock before you even said space. They're like,
Yep.
yes!
Yeah.
I was like rolling in my chair as you were delivering it.
Oh, I'm so happy. I remember that was the only one line I cleared with Hunter beforehand, and he originally said, I'm not sure if that would land, but if you can find a place where it's inconspicuous. I think I found a place.
Yeah, that was the perfect spot for it.
Yeah.
Going to the one place that hasn't been corrupted by capitalism.
Space! What I want for Christmas is...
I went to take a shit, and you still haven't found what your Christmas thing is.
Will we ever get there?
It's because I'm not a person who wants much.
Yeah.
Not to mention, a lot of the things that I want, play footsie. Oh, I'm gonna orgasm. Stop.
All I want for Christmas
Just getting
is footsies.
angrier and just being like, I'm gonna come. I'm gonna come.
Stop it. You're gonna make me.
I imagine like a fanny pack. He's like 40 years old, like an older couple. I'm gonna come, please. We're in an airport.
Just his wife trying to hold his hand.
This is an Arby's. Yeah. I love saying just embarrassing shit to people in public.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. What was the worst thing I've ever said to you in public?
This is an Arby's.
Oh, I don't even know.
Yeah.
The worst thing, like most of it isn't like in public. It's like as somebody else is walking by, and you're like talking to me about something, and then you turn to them and go like, "Am I right?" And they're like, "Who the fuck are you?" And keep walking.
I remember with Brock when I was having a discussion with you in the Brock library or in like a hallway or something, and you were like talking at normal volume, and then shouted, "That's racist, and you need to apologize."
Oh yeah, I remember that. Oh, that was a lot of fun. I hope you're cool with that.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah, I've done that before at like fucking like McDonald's or something like that while I'm waiting for my order. Like a telemarketer will call me and like I'll recognize that it's a telemarketer. So like, yeah, okay. But then I'll like hold it back up to my ear because I haven't said anything, and I was like, "What about my anus?" And like shit like that. And my favorite part is whenever I get people actually staring at me, where it's like, "What about my anus?" Like people stare at me, and I just go like. I like wave to them cheerfully, as if like nothing happened. What I want for Christmas?
I took a shit, and then we talked about something else.
Yeah, welcome to this podcast. That's like every episode. You've summarized. In fact, I'm going to change the description to every fucking podcast of Luke takes a shit and we talk about something else.
That's like the tagline for Credit Zero.
Yeah.
Also, I listened to the last one where I took a shit, and I heard you guys making fun of me when I was saying.
That sounds... to be fair, we made fun of you probably more in like that first episode when you were still in the room.
Yeah, no, fair.
What I want for Christmas? I don't know what I want. Yeah. You know what? Yeah. What I want for Christmas, no one can give it to me.
Is my two front teeth.
Fuck you. I don't know what I want. I want to know what I want and how to obtain it.
Oh shit.
Okay. And is this just like the thing?
Holy shit, you're here. Yep.
Is this the thing in life that you don't know what you want, or you just don't know what you want for Christmas, and that thing for Christmas is what you want?
Oh, that's deep. The second one. I like it.
Okay. You may not get it.
Why not? I asked
You
for
might.
it.
You
Are
might.
you fucking
No, you
Santa?
might.
Are you fucking Santa? Does Santa have your hips? I hope so.
Santa baby, insert a.
Whoa!
Insert another
Put your dick-
coin here.
Put your penis in me tonight. Penis, sorry.
Penis.
Think of all the things I've missed. Think of all the assholes that I.
This is going nowhere. Did we all answer what we want for Christmas?
Yeah.
You want purpose.
Yes.
You want French toast.
No, a lazy.
You want lazy Christmas morning, yeah. You want, fuck.
Knowledge.
Knowledge, right.
I want Lamborghinis
Yeah,
in my garage.
There it is.
Baby, get a butt plug for me tonight.
This is chaos.
Okay.
This is
That
uncertainty.
this should be like a fade out. You know, it's like this podcast should just be like us
eerie
rambling
singing from
and then it just
The only problem with that is that we don't really have fade outs. We have like the.
yeah,
Do you listen to our own podcasts?
not to the end.
Cool.
Oh no!
Yeah. Do you guys listen to our podcast?
Yeah, I'm a subscriber.
Sweet.
Yeah,
Actually,
I've listened to 3.
that's fine. No, you don't have to listen to all of them. I just want to know, like, if you know what I'm talking about with the ending
Yeah,
sound
yeah,
effect.
Yeah, I listen to it at work and
The
it's
editing
weird.
and stuff.
Yeah, it is kind of fucking weird, ain't it?
It's honestly it's me getting used to hearing my own voice is weird, but it's like a exposure therapy just listening to the podcasts.
Yeah, at a certain point, I'm at the point now where it's like, yeah, that's my fucking voice. Sure.
I'm over it.
Yeah.
I'm not there yet.
Yeah, I had to get used to that shit really fucking early on because, you know, streams and, like, trying to make the best bits of streams, so I'm listening to my own voice.
Yeah.
Especially since, like, my fucking accent is kind of inconsistent at times. So, like, there'll be some times when I'm like, that's my voice. Boy, this sure sounds fucking different.
Yeah.
It's really weird.
I studied radio broadcasting, so I got used to my voice very quickly.
Yeah? Well, you also have, like, a very nice, buttery, fucking sex me voice.
To practice.
Yeah.
Yeah? What, did your voice, like, beforehand just, like,
Hi, my name is Daryl.
like Scoob?
Oh, he's like, oh boy.
I want to have sex in your butt.
Like, Scoob, oil me up, man.
Wrong hole. Woo! So I guess we ended up continuing the podcast, huh?
Yeah.
Yep. All right. You know what? What's up?
And so the boys in the podcast talked till the eve was impending. And then their audio recording screwed up. So Tweed made this new ending. On behalf of all of us at Afterschool Arcade, we'd like to wish you a happy holiday season and best wishes in the coming year of 2020. No matter if your days are happiest with family, friends, your work, or a bunch of fucking nerds that think talking about that time you puked out of nowhere is quality entertainment, we'll be there with you and look forward to our time spent together in the days to come. Don't forget to drink water, eat, and sleep, unlike some fucking idiots we know. Diwali Keep Shub Kami 9.